Today is 8th of June 2019 and we are going to officially start the live session today.
Sorry, Dr. Zai, I just want to mention, are you recording now?
Yes, I start recording the file from a few seconds ago. Yes. I would like to ask everyone to introduce yourself, himself, so herself. Though Dr. Azadi go first, then I will ask other students to do that.
So I guess I have some of the students from my class. So
okay.
I'm Dr. Azadi. So I am PhD in healthcare management. So I'm teaching at UMUC for about 3 years.
Oh, wonderful.
And so I know that some of the students, they're part of this class, some of them, they're part of your class. So, but we are going to have share a Zoom session to just kind of share their issues that people they have, or just kind of lead them in this class.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, then, go ahead. Anyone? Jonah, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Hi, my name is Jerron. I'm almost done with my bachelor's in health services management. Having a little issue with this class so far, so we just.
Okay, are you in my class or the Azadi class? I cannot hear you.
I'm a professor at Zadi's class.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Angel?
Hello, my name's Angel. I just need this class and the capstone class to finish my bachelor's in health services management with a minor in business admin. I should be graduating this August and then starting the master's for healthcare administration in September.
Okay, great. Congratulations. Okay, the next one, who is that? Please, also introduce yourself. I cannot read the name. Some of you doesn't have any name here. So, Jenna, go with. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hi, Jenna.
Hello, Jenna.
Do you want to introduce yourself? Jenna, you are muted. Okay, Jenna, you are muted, so can you want to introduce?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well, yes.
Okay, I'm obviously not very tech savvy. This is my first class like this. I am having some difficulty with exercise 1. So hopefully this will help out a bit. But my major is healthcare services management. So I'm just trying to get on the, the tech savvy side with things now.
Okay, great, thank you. And then Catherine.
Hi. My name is Catherine Abuja. I live in Maryland. I'm majoring in health services management. This is one of my last classes, so I'm finishing all my classes this summer.
Okay, great, congratulations.
Thank you.
I have Andrea here. Andrea.
Hi, Dr.
Hi, Andrea.
Andrea, this is my last class. Because
I cannot hear you. Probably the other person cannot hear you well. So.
I think she got disconnected.
Okay. And I have I Kaufman. Who is that?
Hi, my name is Lisa. And I'm taking this class. I have 6 left to have my bachelor's in healthcare management.
Okay, perfect.
And I'm very stuck on this whole R system thing. So.
Okay, no worries. We are working on that to feel comfortable with this. Okay, Andrea, do you want to continue your introduction?
Sure. I'm currently in California, near in the Port Hueneme area. So right now it's 5 minutes after 2 in the afternoon for me.
Okay.
So being proactive definitely is a big one.
Okay, great. Thank you. Is there anyone else didn't introduce herself?
Yes, I'm Janifa. I'm driving back from Baltimore. I just went and saw my mom at the hospital. She just had heart surgery, so I've been
I'm sorry to
on
hear
the road all week.
So, okay, thank you very much. So maybe it's better to switch to the audio, so don't pay attention to your driving. It's much safe. So, okay, anyone else? I guess no. Okay, let me go ahead and start the live session. Go with our studio. Okay, let me share my screen. I'm gonna record this.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. Who is Tommy? Is it you? Okay. Is there anyone else wanted to introduce? Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You know, first thing first. First of all, in our studio, you need to be able to read the document. The data file for reading in this class is this data set. HMGT400 hospital.csv file. This is Excel file in the format of CSV. And then the file includes almost 3030 observation. And there is two ways to read the file. It depends on your operating system. If you are working with Windows, the easiest way is just to read this one. If you run this code, hospital, this sign, read.csv, c/usage HMGT400, and the other part of the code, you are able to see the file. This is one way to read the file. Whenever you are reading the file, the RStudio generate this one, HOSP. Here, HOSP is 3030 observation with 27 variables. If for any reason you are not able to read the file through the codes, this is the other way. You can click on this import dataset from Excel, browse here, and find your file in your document. For example, let me, you are looking at this PC, so you have here, I have the file here in drive C, UMUC, okay, and HMGT400. This is it.
Sir, can you hold on for just one moment? My computer's glitching.
Okay.
Professor, one quick question. Do you have any, or is there any way that I can find this using because I'm running my program on a Mac.
I cannot hear you. Can you repeat again?
I'm saying that, is there anywhere that I can find instructions for running my program on a Mac? Because that's what I'm running mine on. I'm not using a PC.
Yes, I will, after this, I will explain about the Mac. But this function is for Mac and Windows. Otherwise, the import function working for Mac and Windows. But for the Windows, it's exactly the same. You just need to change the path. Okay, and then click on the file here, HMGT400 Hospital, open. And the RStudio, and ignore this message, RStudio will automatically give you this address. This is the address of the file in my computer, this one, the green line here, c/umc/hmgt400. Please do not import this, just copy this line, cancel here, and paste here. If you are not able to find this file in your computer, you can just do that, and paste here. That's it. If you are working with Mac, you can still go with this function from Excel, but the address in the Mac probably should be tilde, this sign, tilde, / documents /umc/hmgt400.csv. Somebody is talking, I have to mute you. Okay. The other way to make sure you are reading the file correctly is to go ahead and drive C of your computer. Drive C, generate a folder, UMUC folder, and copy all the file in this folder. So if you have a Mac, you have in the Mac there is no different section partition, but you have a My Document. You can just generate a UMUC folder in My Document of your computer. Is there anyone here in the class they are participating at the moment and working with a MacBook or no? Is there anyone here? But you are driving. So I like someone that who are sitting behind a MacBook, so they can share the screen. So that's the reason I want to show how it's working the MacBook. So that's the reason for this question.
Can I ask one question, Dr. Zare?
Yes, please.
If I can figure out how to get the answer, can I do it my own way? Because I've already tried 4 computers and I'm unable to download this.
Yeah, I just.
Okay, you are not able to download. You are not able to download.
I don't know what the issue is, but if I figure out the answer myself, is that okay? And then just plug it in?
Yes, of course, that's okay. But
okay.
But
right.
Thank
you so much. Have a great day.
But let me clarify the question. You are not able to download the RStudio, or you are not able to read the codes?
No, I've tried 4 different computers at the hospital I work, my tablet at home, my PC at home, and my mom's desktop. Okay. None of them would let me do it, so I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, I thought I was having the same problem because I tried both of my computers at work, my tablet and my laptop, and it didn't work. It's not. It's telling me it's not workable.
Okay, you can schedule it. You can.
Not possible or something like whatever. So
you can schedule.
An error code.
Okay. You can schedule a live session with me in person. I will walk through you.
Okay, I'll email you. Okay, that would be perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Welcome.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Goodbye. Okay. Okay, this is the first part for reading the file. So there's 2 ways to read the file. First of all, go with these codes, and the second one is this. Just run this code through the import data sets. This is very easy. Whenever you are working with RStudio for the first time, reading from the Excel file takes up to 2 minutes, but it's gonna be work very fast after. So no rush for the first time. Everything you want to install the first time takes a few minutes to work. Okay, let me go through the codes, and I'm gonna close this code and gonna open this one more time to see how you need to work with RStudio. The first thing, okay, I'm closing RStudio. I'm opening again and reading the code from the class. This is the RStudio, and it's still working. For some reason my computer is so slow today. Okay, can't do anything with this.
Okay, I got now my computer froze. How much did I miss?
You did not miss too much. I just explained how to read it and the file from the computer. So I'm gonna start from the first step. So you are opening the RStudio. Based on the class, I asked you to generate a UMUC folder in drive C of your computer. You copy all the code there. So you open the RStudio, click on here in the file, generate open file, click on this. I have all the file in my Dropbox, but you have in your drive C, so this is fine. You can just go ahead and look at the exercise codes. This is week 1 exercise.
How did you do that? How did you save it as an R file?
Okay, you can right click on the class here.
Okay.
Class content. This is super slow today. The network is so slow. Or maybe there are
It looks like my computer's not being the only one that's slow.
Yeah, I think the website, the UMUC website is super slow today. It's not the computer. It's not reading anyhow. Oh, let me go back and read that. I will answer this question when it's okay. Fortunately, it's here. Okay, click on this. Come on. Okay. Okay, this is here. This is week 1. This is exercise 1, right? This is the codes. This is the file. This is the data. This is the file, and this is the codes, right? Any of this, you can right click and save target as. And if you have Drive C in your computer, you can go ahead and save it in Drive C.
Mine says Windows, but it's the same thing, just because it's a Windows.
Save it. It's easy. This is for data. This is for code. This is the code. You have a data. You have data file for the exercise, and you have the codes. For the codes, you can right click on the codes, save target as, and copy in Drive C of your computer. See, Drive C. This is super slow. I don't know what's happening to this today. Okay. It's not working. And Drive C. And here. And you can save here. I already saved it. I will not replace that. And then you have this one. After the class, please follow this video and then you can find this. After you have this here, you can just click on this, open file, go to Drive C, and open this codes here. If you double click on the codes will automatically open in RStudio. Then you are able to save as the codes. You can click if the codes automatically opened in RStudio, you can click on the file, click on Save As, and save as HMGT400-E1 codes or any other name, for example the E1 codes, in Drive C folder UMUC. If you have everything as I'm following now, you don't need to change anything in the codes, right? If you have your data set here in the folder, and if you have your codes here, the only thing you need to do is just run the codes, but there's other steps you need to follow. The first step is installing the Dipler package. In the first week of the class, I muted the line number 10. Can you see in the line number 10 there is a pound sign? You need to remove that. You just need to install the Dipler package one time. Basically, you can click here and run the code. I will not run it at the moment because the speed is so slow. I don't like to wait 5 minutes to install the package. But by default, you can go with 2 or 3 minutes to install the package. Whenever you install the package, you just need to read the package, load the package. This is very easy, library bracket Dipler, and then you can run the package and you will receive a message like this. The package was built under our version 3.4.4. It depends on version of your computer. You may receive a different version, but as long as you receive this message, it does mean you are doing good. Okay.
Can we stop there for just a second? Because I feel like my screen may look a little different, my RStudio screen, because when I tried to do what you just did, I don't see a button up top that says run.
Okay, Jenna, please hold your question. I will go through the codes and then you can share your screen and show me what the problem is. Is it good? Does it work for you?
Okay.
Okay, great. Probably you are reading R, not RStudio. This is my first yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you have this one. The line 8 is a sync command, and Angel, this is the way I say you can transfer to the text file. This goes generate week 1 exercise as a text file. So basically, if you select entire code, for selecting the entire code, you can press Ctrl A, or you can just select all of them by scrolling down. Hold the key and then run this. So if you run the codes, you will not see anything here, but the data generated in this file. See UMUC week 1 exercise. C, drive C, okay. This is the problem with my system that is so slow. Drive C, UMUC, and the file is exercise 1. Today is 6/8 and time is 5:20 p.m. You open this file, you will see entire result here in this file. You have all the result you need to populate in your tables. I will go through all of them, but this is the first. Yes, Angel.
Do you have to originally save a text file and name it to be able to sync it, or does it just create one when you sync one?
No, it's automatically generated in RStudio.
It will automatically create this in
yes.
the C file.
This line 8, this line generate a data set, generate a file for you week 1 and call it week 1 exercise and put all the result on that file. But there's other way. You can just go ahead step by step and see everything in this console. Basically, RStudio have 4 console. I call it the code console. This is the code. Have 4 panel. This is the first panel, left side. This is the first panel, the code panel. This is the data panel. This is the graph panel, and this is the console panel. Each of them has something like here. This is the codes. The run source is here. The data set is here. This is the panel you have. You can see the plot. You can see you need to make sure that you are in the plot side. Like if you click here, you are not able to see the plot. If you click on the plot, and there's a key here, back and forth. If I go back, I can see the previous plot. If I go forward, I can see the next plot. So the question is, I like to go step by step instead of putting everything in text file. I like to see what's generating already by RStudio. For doing that, you can mute these codes by putting the shift number 3. Put a pound sign in front of the sync command. Any command, any line as it's green is muted, is not running, it's only text. RStudio recognizes it as nothing. I close these codes. I go and run again. I can run step by step. This is the library package. I will upload the package. When you are uploading the package, you cannot see anything, but if it's blue line, does mean it's working properly. I'm reading the data sets. I have this data, 3030 observation with 27 variables. I like to see the name of variables. I click here. This is the entire variables in the data set. These are the variables. You may not need to use all of them in the first week, but this is the variables data set. This is some explanation for week 1. You just need to read this one. You don't need to do anything. But I like to see how many observations I have for week 1 and week for year 2011 and 2012. For 2011, I have 1,505 observations, and for 2012, I have 1525. Then I like to see the mean for each variables. This is what we need to do this, right? This is the, can you see this week 1 exercise? Can you see this? I need to share again. Can you see this one in my computer?
Yes.
Is it the date? Is it the table 1, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
For table 1, you have n, you have mean, you have a standard deviation. For 2011, you have n, you have mean, you have standard deviation. For 2012, and you have a p-value, 1 column. So these codes give you the means. You can select into echo from line 35 in my computer, started from summarize, ending with brackets. And if you run this, come on, what's happening to this? This is stuck. It's freezed. Okay, it's working. Okay, let's run 2 times. See, these are all the means for the variables. I have 377 for beds for 2011. I have 1237 number of payers. I have 40 number of non-payers. I have the cost 21.6 million. I have the revenue 20.28 million. I have Medicare numbers, Medicaid, total discharge, Medicaid discharge, and Medicare discharge. Sometimes, this is the important point, because a few students ask me this question. Sometimes, you know, you can give more space to different panel in our studio by just clicking here, the divider between these 2 panels, see? And then drag it to the right or left. If I drag it to the left, I'm going to do it again one more time. So if I run these codes, I don't know why my computer is so slow today. Come on. Still working. You are freeze, Angel. Can you repeat again? Okay, Angel, go to your question.
So just a quick one. I'm sorry to interrupt, but with my RStudio, when I got the memes, it was a very rounded version. Like you said in the video that you posted that at least 2 decimals, but a lot of them it had, like, for the extended numbers, for instance with the 228706319, it had like an E something, but it rounded it to 2 point something.
Okay.
Is that a problem if we write it, or is that okay?
You can report the rounded number. As you see, my computer didn't report any decimal here. I have 377, no decimal. Right? The original number is 376.80 something. So, but I rounded here. Actually, the Deepler package rounded this for me, and then this is okay to report the mean and the standard deviation without any decimal. But for the p-value, you need to report up to 3 or 4 decimal, because the p-value is really important. I will go with the p-value later. Okay, let me explain this. If you have not enough space here, when you run this code, you can see a message like this. With 4 more variables, or with 2 more variables, or with 1 more variable. Someone already asked me this question. The way you can treat that is just give more space to this and run the code again. I have all the code here. So I have all the numbers here. That means it works properly. This is mean. You know, always I recommend you to read the notes in the code, because I explain everything. For example, step 6, I say see the means. It means all the numbers reported here is means. Then I need to go with the standard deviation. The second part of the code, step 7, generate a standard deviation. These are standard deviation. Let me just populate only 1 tables here for you. For 2017, 2011, I have mean for hospital bed is here, 377. What happened to my Word document? Can you see my Word document? 377. And the standard deviation is 561. I have the mean for 2012, 377. I have a standard deviation 580. So you need to report 7 numbers. Number of observation, I will talk about this later. Mean, a standard deviation for 2011, the same for 2012, and the p-value. So these two parts of the code, step 6 and step 7, gives you mean and standard deviation. So next step is just go with the t-test. For looking at a t-test, you need to generate 2 data sets. This command subset the data based on the year and generate 2 data sets. And then this line, the t-test, generate a p-value here. Are you familiar with p-value concept?
I know of it, but can you explain what it means really?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, same here.
You know the p-value here, here we have 2 population. When you have a 2 population, you wanted to see, is there any significant difference between means of 2 population? For example, what does it mean that, for example, let me go with this code. What does it mean that the number of payer in 2011 is 1237 and in 2012 is 1491? My question is there any significant differences between number of payer in 2011 and 2012? The first way is just look at the numbers. The numbers, here you have a big number. So when you have a big number, it's very easy to say, okay, for sure, in 2012, I have 200 more. Probably this is significant. But what happened to non-payer? I have 40, I have 44. The number is so close. Is there any significant differences between these two or not? To understand that, in statistics, we cannot just look at the means. We need to run a t-test and look at the p-value. If you run the Welch 2 sample t-test, I put a document in the class and to explain the Welch 2 sample t-test. The Welch 2 sample t-test compare the means of two variables, 2 population, and generate a t-value and generate a p-value. If you look at here, in this command, I have the hospital beds. These commands compare the hospital beds between 2011 and 2012. This is the paired, non-paired t-test. Do you know what the difference is between paired and non-paired?
Kind of.
Go ahead, don't worry. So.
No.
I forgot. Jaron, do you know what does it mean?
Don't.
Okay. The pear is paired, right? You have 1 apple, you have 1 orange.
Okay.
Non-paired, it does mean you have 10 apple, you have 15 orange. The point is it 10 is difference with 15 or no? So whenever you are paired for 1 observation in 1 population, you have 1 equal observation, almost equal observation in the other population. For example, I'm going to check the average score of my student in my class with the average score of the Dr. Azadi's students. For example, Dr. Azadi has 20 students, I have 5 students. If I want to go with paired t-test, I have to only pick up 5 students from Dr. Azadi class and compare with my 5.
So it's kind of like a 1-to-1 ratio then?
The paired is 1-to-1 ratio, but non-paired t-test, I'm just looking at the average in the class. For me, it doesn't matter if it's 5 or 500. I'm looking, I compute the mean for my class. I have 5, for example. Dr. Azadi have 500. I just look at the p-value. I just look at the means. For each sample, each observation in my population, there is no other population. There is no observation for the other population. Here, I say the paired this command shows pair equal to F, it does mean pair equal to false. It is non-paired, so basically it doesn't matter if they're in equal observation in 2011 and 2012. So they are steady, just compare the means between two populations and report the minus 0.009 as a t-value and the report 0.09926 as a p-value. What does it mean? Do you know? No? By default, look at this means. See, the means here for X is here 2011 376.6 and 376.8 in 2012. By default, our studio consider 5% as an error term or 95% confidence interval.
Okay.
This p-value does mean in 95% of the population there is no significant differences between number of hospital beds.
Because it's less than 5%.
Because it's less than 5%.
Okay.
It does mean if I go with this population and times it 100 times, and instead of 3,000 observation I have 300,000 observation, with this mean and standard deviation I do expect to have the same p-value. There's no differences.
Okay.
So make it easy, look at the p-value. If the p-value is less than 0.05, it does mean at 5% of error or 95% of confidence interval. 1 minus 0.05 is equal 95, right? 0.9. 100 minus 5, 95. In 95%, there is no significant differences between two populations. Let me go with another example.
I think I remember from the statistics class, it's like if it's in the 95%, it supports the null hypothesis or what you're trying to do. If it's at 5% or it's not supporting the null hypothesis that you're trying to do.
It does mean it, you are correct, but the easy way is to say, okay, in 95% there is no significant differences. So whenever there is 95%, it means I'm going with 5% error. But if but look at the p-value, look at this one. It's better to explain this in this. In this example, I have a p-value equal to 0.0001, right? It does mean in 1 over 10,000 observation, I have the same p-value. It does mean with 0.1% error, there is significant differences between A and B.
I can't hear you.
Okay, this is fine because it was the noise in background. Look at this p-value. This p-value is 0.0001. It does mean in not only it's significant in 5%, but also it's significant in 1%. You don't need to worry about the more than 5%. As long as it's less than 0.05, there is significant differences. If you look at the means here, I have 1237, I have 1491.
So there's a significant difference.
There is a significant differences between these two. So you can run for the other part and see this one.
Okay.
So I'm not explaining the other part, so just go ahead and just review by yourself. So here in this table you have, where is the table? Okay, here you have this one, the p-value for this. You just need to review the report this p-value. I have this, you can copy this. This is the place, Angela, I mentioned you need to report by 4 decimal, right? Okay, here.
Sorry, your audio cut out.
Yeah, I see. It's today is everything is corrupted here. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is the place you need to report the p-value. For the p-value, it's always not only for this class, but for the even for the any academic paper, you need to report at least 3 decimal. At least 3 decimal.
If you could give me 1 minute just to pull up mine, I can pull it up real quick.
Okay.
Pull up my Word document because I already finished it up to I filled out the table. Let me just pull it up and see where is it. There it is. Pulling it up right now just so I can see. Most of it was in decimal, but I just can't remember at the moment.
Okay.
Let me just, it's loading. Sorry, my computer's being slow too.
Everything is slow today. There's no fault. It's sometimes the technology is not working as we expect it to.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I never trust technology.
We have to trust. There's no way. I know. I agree. But sometimes. Okay.
All right, I got it up.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. So for the p-value, what I've got is they're all in decimal. Some of them were long, like for the total hospital discharge, I have let me see. 0.896 for the Medicare discharge. I have the 0.004986. Is that okay?
Yes, this is here. You just need to report 4 decimal. You can report 0.0049. You don't need to, or you can copy entire code. This is fine, but you don't need to report all of them. You can just report 4 decimal.
Question: when you have a decimal like that, if you're going out 4 places, you don't have to round the decimal up, right? Like
not for p-value.
Okay. Okay.
Any other place for the mean and standard deviation, specifically with the big numbers, this is fine to report that. Even sometimes it depends on the version of your computer. For the big number like 1 million, probably you have e on power of something. For example, you have for 29 millions, probably you can receive a message like 2.9 e on power of 7.
Okay. So it did something like that for mine, like for what I was saying before, for the mean of the 2012 for total hospital cost. Mine in our studio came up with 2.15, and for the next one for 2012 for total hospital revenue, it came up 2.30.
Yeah, this is 2.30 on e on power of what? Because you have 2.5, 2.15 on power e on power I, for example, 10, 9, 8. You look at the rest of your code.
It did put an e, but do I leave it in that it has an e, or?
Yes. If you refer 2.15 is 2.15, but 2.15 on e on power of 8 is 21 million.
Okay, so put that in there, so that way it does not look wrong.
Yes.
The other one was, because mine, like I said, it was summer, like estimating it or just shortening it. For instance, like the standard deviation for 2011 in total hospital discharge, it came up as 10,899, and just the decimal point is.
This is fine. You can report that. So you have this number here. You can compare your number with this one. This should be very similar to this number.
But anything with the e power, where the e it comes up, we have to put it in there to show that it was there.
Yes. For example, for the revenue, you expected a e here. For example, it should be 3.23 on power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The same for this. For the big number, you expected to have the e on power. This is fine.
Okay. So, and the last question, I promise. Last question. For the p-value, the ones that have the large decimal, like the Medicare, like the number of paid employee, the 0.001073, we can just leave it as is or shorten it.
Truncate it to 4 decimal only.
Okay, so just
the p-value into 4 decimal.
To 4 decimal, you said?
4 decimal, yes. The p-value to 4 decimal. You can truncate it, or you can just report as if you have 0.0000 something, you can just report only 40. Okay, the last section of the code is for the number of observation. This part of the codes here, step 10, give you number of observation. See here, you can see my table comments give you the number of observation for hospital bed in 2011. What's happened to this? Come on. Okay, this is 1505. I have hospital beds in 2011, 1505, and this is the place you can put this number. I can go for 2012. I run the same code for 2012 and see how is the number of, what is the number of beds for 2012. Number of beds for 2012 is 1525. You can put it here, 1525. So I expected you to have all of these numbers for all of these variables reported in table 10. This is the populating sample size. I never ask about the plots for the first exercise, but if you'd like to receive 100% for this, and if you generated the graph, please report the graph in your exercise.
Report the graph?
Yes, report the graph.
How do you report the graph?
Here, this is a graph, right? Can you see this? This is figure number 2. For the figure number 1, there's X. Click on the export. See? Copy to clipboard. Copy. Then you can go to the Word document. There is no paste here, but you can use the short key. You can press Ctrl V. If you are working with MacBook, you can report Command V.
And you show that one more time. You click export, then copy, and then Ctrl V.
Yes, I will go one more time. Click export here. Copy to clipboard.
Okay.
Copy plot. Word document. Let me paste in some other place you can see. Ctrl V. Together. You have this one. So this is what you expected to have for the exercise 1. Is there? So we are actually at the end of this exercise 1. And let me go with one time with running entire code. I already run entire code, and just to have entire code in the sync command, you just need to if you don't touch the codes, they automatically generate the sync command for you, and the sync command is here in drive C, week 1 exercise. You have all the numbers here. You have the mean, you have the standard deviation, you have the p-value for each variables.
So that way you don't have to keep running the codes again and again.
Yes, you don't need to keep do that. And this is all the numbers. But running the code step by steps, it's helpful to just only for seeing the number of observation. These number are the same.
I'm sorry, Professor.
It's freezed.
Alright, it's a little better.
Now we can hear you. Can you just repeat the last thing you said?
Yes. You know, let me go from the first. I like everyone watching this video had understand completely. The first part of the code is just report the number of variables. Shows the name of a label of the variable. You don't need that. This part, this is a mean observation for 2011. This is for 2012. This is the name of variable: bed, payer, non-payer, cost, revenue, Medicare. This is the same for the standard deviation. This is the p-value for each variables. Look at the variable names here: hospital beds, employee, no non-paid employees, hospital cost, revenue, Medicare days, Medicaid days, and then you can go ahead and see that part. The last section is the number of observation, and these numbers are in the same order of the numbers in this.
Can I say? Oh wait.
Yes. Yeah, this is the same order. So you can just go ahead and just compare them here. Or you can go step by step and do it in your studio to understand that section. Let me go back with the codes here. Where is that? Come on. Having difficulties with my computer today. Okay, this is the codes. So this is the text file, this is the Word document, and that's the RStudio.
Your audio is cutting out a little bit again.
Okay, can you hear me well now?
No, same thing.
Can you hear me now?
No, we can't, yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't trust technology, Angel, today. I agree with you. Okay.
Alright.
So then.
Happened to me many times.
Okay. So this is the, so you have everything you need to have for the exercise one. This is the entire codes here, and for answering your question, Angel, do you need to submit the TXT file? If you trusted your numbers, no, you don't need to submit a TXT file. If you don't trust your numbers, but you are able to generate the codes, it does mean you already work with RStudio, so you can have some great steps. So then it's safe to submit the TXT file.
I'm gonna do it. Already plan on it. But
okay.
Can you show me real quick how you wrote up the code for the syncing?
You already have this line in your codes. If you open your RStudio, you can see in the first line is sync command. The sync command is here.
And you said as long as we take out that little number sign, it will not turn it into.
If you muted the code with putting the pound sign, the pound sign is the shift number 3.
Okay.
And the pound sign it will mute it. So if you do not mute the code when you're running this line, if I run this line, see, if I run any other line, I'm not able to see anything here.
So
okay.
My sync line is not muted, but when I try to run it, I get an error message.
Your error message probably is for Dippler package. Are you working with MacBook, correct?
Yes, I am.
Can you read the path for me here? What's your path?
So my path says sync, and then it says C, colon /umux / mine says actually week 2. I'm sure that should say week 1. Exercise.txt.
Okay. Do you have UMUC in your folder in my computer in your MacBook?
So I did make one in my document folder. Yes.
Okay.
I did make a document / UMUC folder.
So you need to go with this code.
The thing is, like he said, the reason I didn't do this is because I was having that problem, and you said something about it. If it's open, we cannot run things, but we have to close it to be able to run things. So by closing it, do you mean by putting that little number sign so that everything can work?
Usually, Angel, the question is different here. If you're working with a Windows, you don't have any problem. The problem in the JRN computer is the path. You need to use this path. /documents/UMUC. Try that and run the codes again.
Let me write that down real quick.
Not for you. If you are Angel, you are working with Windows. You don't need to do that.
Okay.
Only for MacBook.
So what part of the path am I changing? Actually?
This one.
So I'm changing where it says C. I'm changing it to documents.
You have to change this one to this.
I can't do it right. I can't try it right now on RStudio because.
But Angel, why do you want to do that?
The thing is, my laptop is old. If I open RStudio, I'm afraid it's gonna freeze up the computer.
No, why do you want to do that? Do you have a MacBook?
No, I have an HP, but not the MacBook. I want to try the sync file, try and sync it and see if it works.
I see. Sync for sure is working your computer. I'm no worries. If you have any problem, email me. You are positive, no problem, I'm sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Try
try this one, Jora, and you will try tilde / or go with this command. Import dataset and see what the root comment for you. What RStudio suggests to you to go.
So that didn't work either. I don't know if mine has a typo on it. So I'm looking at mine and it looks like the word documents.
Do you want to share? Are you working with your computer? Do you want to share your screen?
Oh yeah, I can share it.
Okay, please go ahead and share your screen. I stop sharing. You share your screen.
Okay. How do I?
Jenna, after that, I will answer your question.
Okay.
How do I share the screen? Just.
There is. Can you see the share button in the very bottom of your Zoom? Can you see the share? There is a green line here.
The green button on the bottom.
Yeah, green button. Yes, click on the green button and then.
Oh, the share button. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm clicking just my share desktop one.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
see here.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see your.
I see it.
Okay, so.
Open.
I see all
Okay.
these error
Yes.
messages I got
Okay.
here.
Oh, I see. In line number 7. Wow. What's this?
Correct.
Line number 7 after remove the column after documents. Remove this one. Yes, remove and try run this one now. What's that? Okay, tilde documents UMUC. Can you go to the UMUC document? I like to see your computer. Okay. Where is that? No, you have different. Can you back please? Back. Okay. Change the document / change this to only UMUC. Change this one. Rename it. Go back. Rename it to UMUC only. That's it. Just go back to the RStudio and run the codes again. That works. See, the same thing you need to go with line 13. Fix the line 13 also. Tilde / document. And what happened? Did you install the package already? Do you want to run line 10 only? Line 10. Okay. What the message is? The following are okay. So I think you already installed the package probably. Okay, go ahead, scroll down and read run line 13. Okay, you have the valid data set. Scroll down, run line, scroll down one more time, run this line to line 16. You have variables. Did you run this? Run this. Okay, your sync command is open. Go to the very end of the file, close the sync command. Go to the very end of the file, go to the very end. Okay, the one line is 56, so run this one. Close, no, both of them. Yeah, entire codes. Run this, go back up. You know, basically I close the sync command. You don't have anything your sync. I like to see the data panel here. Scroll down, go to line 716, run line 16. You have the variables here. Scroll down, go ahead and line 30 and 32. Okay, 32. If it works, doesn't mean you have deployed package correctly. Okay, then run line 34 till 43. Okay, run this one. You have everything. Go up, go up, go up, up to the back. Okay, mute line 9. Okay, save your code. Save as. Then go to drive C of your computer. Your document, yes, UMUC. Where is the UMUC? You are in the iCloud. Do you know where is your computer? Go to your document, the first one. You are saving the file in the iCloud. You can save any place, and after that copy from that place to this. Copy on, okay, so you can go to document, yes, click on document, okay, here to UMUC, and call it HMGT400-E1 codes. E1 codes, no space. Never put a space for your codes because you will save it. So you have this one. Can you see the label of the file? So you have everything here, and if you run them, you will be okay. I close this.
Correct from like 45 down.
Yes. Okay, you are good to go. You can just go ahead and run entire code and see. Select select the entire code and run all of them together.
Oh, the rest of it?
Yes. Press Command.
45.
Press Command A, and the entire code will be selected. And click on Run. And you have everything in your drive C, UMUC, exercise. You go ahead, go to the very first line.
The very first line.
Yes, so you call it in week 2 exercise. Change it to week 1. Line 7. Line 7, okay, remove that. 1, and run entire code one more time. Run this. You have everything on this, so I think you are good to go. So
okay.
Jenna, do you want to share your screen and tell me what the problem is?
I'll stop sharing.
Angel, do you have any question? I see your face. You want ask it. Go ahead. What's your question till Jenna changes?
I just want to share real quick my screen so I can show you how mine is coming up. Give me one moment.
You want to let me, Jenna, share the screen, and after that you share your screen, if she said. Yeah. Jenna, are you?
I'm just starting to think that maybe I downloaded the wrong thing, because mine looks nothing like anyone else's.
Okay, I think you are working with R only. But
what was that?
But you can share your screen. I can see what the problem. If you like, if you don't like it, that's fine. You can just change it later.
See. So that's what mine. Can you see that?
Yes, this is R. This is R. You know, this is R. You need R. You need to install R first, but you need to install R Studio after this. I see you have R correctly. Go ahead and install the R Studio, and then you will see the same platform like me.
Okay, so I insert R Studio.
Yes.
Now.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And okay, so that's not what that's not this, right?
Yeah, that's R. The R. If you want to use the same code for R, you need to change that. So it's better to install the R Studio instead of using R. The R Studio give you better platform. It's much easier, more visualize everything. That's nice.
Okay. Okay, I'll try that then.
Okay. Okay, Angel. Sure, work. Angel, go ahead. I'll share your screen.
Let me see. So, do I just click this right here, the screen? Alright, there we go.
Okay.
So for right here for R Studio, so this is my folder with the C. So for me it comes up as Windows C. Then here's the UMUC.
Okay.
So I did the text file. What actually?
Can you go to, okay.
So I just wrote this. I just wrote this for the sync up here.
Okay, I like you class identify the issues in the line 2. What's the problem? Joran, can you tell the problem?
For line 2?
Yes.
There's no colon after the C?
Yes, exactly. Do you want to put a column after C?
Oh.
That's it. You want, okay, and mute line 10. Mute line 10. You don't need to run it. Yes, mute it. Okay, that's it, and save the codes. Plus click save. There, yes, click it, save. Where did you save the codes, Angel? Okay, the code is here already. Okay, that's it. And then run the entire code again one time. Control A, press Control A. That's it. Click on run. And go ahead to drive C UMUC. Let's see what the you should have this one.
Right there, that
this is a click, double click on this. You have everything here. Double click on this file also. Can you go up? Where is the summarize command? I can't see anything. Go up, go up. What happened to your, can you go back to your codes? Go back to your codes, scroll down, go to line 22. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Oh, here. Okay, I see. I'm glad you bring it here. So can you go to your folder, UMUC folder?
Here it is.
Yeah, you know, here the way I wrote it, there we have two codes here. The first code is just populated everything in the text file. The other way is just transfer all of the numbers in Excel file. And can you click on T1ME1?
I don't even know where that came from.
Okay,
honestly.
I know where it's come from. I will explain. Open it. These are the means of all the variables you have it.
Okay.
So basically the codes I posted in my class transfer all of the code, all of the numbers to the Excel file. Close this one. I will explain how you can remove that. Close this one. Go to your codes.
Here?
Code your codes, RStudio codes.
Oh. Okay.
And then, okay, line 35. Remove anything before summarize. Go to the next line, line 40 something. Yes, here, remove everything.
What is that?
I will let you know. Scroll. Okay, and mute. Go here. Mute line for 59 and 60.
This one?
Yes, mute these two lines.
From which point?
Do you know how to mute the codes?
Oh, mute.
Yes. The next one. You know the way I generated the codes call everything T1ME1 for the mean and call T2SE2 as a standard deviation and transfer and export them to the Excel file.
Does that happen just with my computer?
No, it's happened to the codes I posted in the class. But if you like to see what I did here and now, go ahead and just run entire code one more time.
Okay, let me try. Use Control A.
Yes, and okay, and then go ahead and open the TXT file in your computer. Wait a few seconds. Wait a few seconds.
Screen sharing is nice.
It is nice. Okay, open that file. Open the notebook. Okay, here.
That one?
Yes. Double click. You have it here. No? Can you see you have all the mean and standard deviation here? Go up. This is here.
Where?
Here, here.
Oh, this one?
Yes. Before that, you didn't have this section here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is automatically saved.
And it's happening here. Can you see 2.29 e on power of 8?
Yes.
So this basically this is 27,270,000,000. So actually the number that it's divided by 100 million. So to give it shorter number to be understood. Okay, class, this is all I wanted to tell you about this exercise 1. Is there any other question here?
I had one. Just
okay, go ahead.
Quick.
Sure.
Actually, 2 questions.
Angel, remove the 2 Excel file. Don't confuse yourself. Okay. Delete this one.
Let me just get rid of that real quick.
And the same one. Okay. Okay, that's it.
Leave that as is.
Okay.
So that's done. This part.
And save your codes.
With the codes.
Yes. Can you see a disk? Okay, what happened?
I'm opening the home page.
Okay.
Get the codes. Where is it?
Content. This is a slow.
I'm using my hotspot instead of using the Wi-Fi. Otherwise, that would be a disaster.
Yeah, I think something happened because my computer had the same problem. So I believe this problem with there is a problem with the UMUC website. Okay.
It was glitching earlier. Which one is it? Week 1. Oh, where is it? This one.
Mm-hmm.
And then save target as.
Okay, yeah, you can go to the UMUC and click on that. Save it. You already have it, but just in case, to learn it again. Don't replace here because you change your codes. Oh, save here. You have a different name. Because you already are using the other name, right? So you can just keep the same name or just, yeah, this is because you already changed a few lines in your codes. Can you remember?
Oh,
yeah.
But I have the exercise now, so.
So you don't need to run the code download from class because you change your codes a little bit.
Okay.
Go with the new with the code you modify them. So, but this is good to know for the other part of the section of for the week 2, week 3, week 4, the other part. So this is the way you can just save the codes in the RStudio version.
So just how do I?
Save this code. You want to save it to make sure, because as long as you see the red line here, it does mean you didn't save your code.
This one here?
Yes, go up. Can you see the disk icon? Click on the disk icon. Disk icon. Oh, it's.
Oh, this one?
Yes. Save it. This is the short key.
And
okay.
It's now saved on RStudio.
You save the RStudio. If you close your RStudio, when you open it again, it will automatically open this code. But
okay,
you have this code, and every time you run this code, it will give you the same number. No worries about this.
Okay, good. The other question I had was, what was it? Close this.
I have a quick question.
Okay,
while
sure.
she's trying to find that, are we gonna have to run more codes later in the semester through our?
Yes, this is for week 1. Before each week, you have a different codes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's also the codes for the final exam. So that's it. So I will share the codes in the class. I will share the codes for your class.
Okay. And my other question: are you gonna this you said you recorded this whole
yes,
session?
I record the whole session. Yes.
Alright, so you'll be able to upload this for us to come back to review future reference.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And this is the instruction, Angel.
Yes, I had a question in regard to the last part where it says, where is it? Right here. So you also need to describe your finding. Finding, for example, the p-value is this. The question is, what does it mean?
Okay. So
you said,
what does it mean? I think I explained that, right?
You did. I just wanted to make sure. So in the exercise, like we're going to make like a little paragraph area and say for each one, like for instance here it says p-value is for the first one, this one that's in red is less than 0.05. So it indicates strong evidence that this is strong evidence for the null hypothesis, what they're trying to do. For the other one, like for the next part, for instance, with the number of paid employees, it wasn't, so this is just what we say.
Yes, you know, the thing is, I don't expect you to write more than 2 or 3 lines. Basically, just describe each of them are significant. If there is no significance, say, okay, only 2 of them is significant, and this we approve the significant differences. For the other variables, there is no significant differences because the p-value is more than 0.05.
Okay,
so you don't need to go each line by line and say this is significant, we are rejecting that. So if, as I see in your code, I see the Medicare discharge is significant. Can you scroll up?
Let me just look at it.
And the number of payers significant, probably. Yes.
So we'd only only write like what it describes there, the number of paid employees and the number of.
And Medicare discharge are significant difference, and there is no difference. For the significant differences here, when there is a significant difference, then you can look at the means. Here I can see in the 2012 you expected to have higher Medicare discharge. You have 3,598 in comparison of 3,231.
Okay, and it's not supporting the null hypothesis.
Yes.
Because it is.
No, it's supporting the hypothesis because this is significant, right? There is significant differences between these 2 variables.
Got it. So just basically summarize it, say which
and make sure to fix your number, because already this number is not correct, because you need.
You're talking about the one with the E.
Yes, yes. For the revenue cost, and because the number is 3.23 on power of E on power of 8.
The way it says in the text file.
Yes,
here.
yes. Compare with text file and just fix them.
So like
look
right
at
here.
this here, right? So.
But everything else, like for instance, this one is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to apply it now, but yes, this is the first section. Yes, you can. I can. That's fine. This is completely okay. This is the class to learn everything new. So I'm okay to just give you feedback. You fix your codes and back it to me. This is the way I'm teaching this class. So no worries. You are welcome. So you can submit even, for example, for week 4 and week 5, we have some problem. You submit your exercise. I will review the exercise, give you the feedback, and then you can fix your code and back it to me, and you can receive your 100 score for that. So you want to show me how to copy the plots, so go ahead with the last one. That I see you already copied that. Okay,
just wanted to get one step done.
Yes, this is figure 2. You want to, okay, go back to our studio. This is the important point I need to address here. Go back to our studio. Can you see? You cannot see the figure 1 title. See here in your table. Give more space to this. That's fine. This is fine. You can see that now. Okay, then copy. And there is a back key here. Click on the back key and copy the figure 1 also. Yes. You can follow the same process and figure 1 and figure 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you need both. Got it. Got
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Alright, that's all I have. That's all I can think of.
Okay. So we will have another live session at the end of week 3, and then in the week 3 I will discuss about the exercise 3. I expected you to go with exercise 2 because the exercise 2 is almost as exercise 1, only the different variables. Everything is the same.
I think for exercise 2 you said to use the same codes as exercise 1.
No, I say use the same data set. I didn't say they use the same codes.
Yeah, he said there's going to be a new set of codes every week.
Every
Your data set. Do you mean data set as in
HM.
Okay, I got it.
Yes.
The Excel file, I got it.
Yes, please read carefully. Every single word is important in the class and in the codes.
Got it.
Okay. And be careful with our studio. Any single point, any single comma can give you no result.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, class, thank you very much for being here. If you don't have any question, I'm finished.
One more thing, really
Go
quick.
ahead, Anja.
Where will this be in the classroom?
This I'm gonna upload this right after this section, maybe by 8 p.m. tonight.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.